Okay, so what if everything you'd ever heard about a legend was a complete lie? Now, in our last One Piece deep dive, we saw Luffy and Kobe finally set sail. They've got big dreams and the whole open sea ahead of them. Well, today, in Chapter 3, they're about to meet a man who's known only as a demon, a bloodthirsty monster. But is Roronoa Zoro really a beast? Or is he the very first hero to join the future king of the pirates? Let's get into it. And this is our first real look at the infamous Roronoa Zoro. But he's not in some epic sword fight. No, he's bound, he's broken, and he's being displayed like some kind of twisted trophy in a marine base. The stories say he's a demon in human form, a killer who hunts men for money, and this is the guy Monkey D. Luffy has decided will be his first crewmate. The sheer insanity is just getting started, you guys.
So we're immediately dropped right into this world of fear and legend. And Kobe, who's pretty much us in this situation, is, rightfully terrified. But Luffy doesn't see legends. He sees people. And his super simple worldview is about to smash head-on into a town that's completely ruled by fear. And honestly, this panel says it all. I mean, look at Kobe. He's totally buying the hype, just shaking in his boots. Then you've got Luffy. He's heard the exact same stories, the same warnings, but his logic is just so beautifully simple. If he's a good guy, I'll ask him. That's it. He's not judging the reputation, he's going to judge the man for himself. In this one moment, it defines Luffy's entire philosophy for building his crew. And with that, they land in Shell's Town. Now on the surface, it looks like a marine stronghold, a symbol of safety. But this town is actually under the iron fist of the corrupt Captain Axehand Morgan. For Kobe, this is a huge step toward his dream. For Luffy, well, it's a hunting ground for his first Nakama. You can already see their paths are about to split. The second they set foot in town, though, something just feels off. There's this heavy, oppressive vibe in the air that has absolutely nothing to do with pirates, and everything to do with the people who are supposed to be protecting the town. For a second, inside a local restaurant, we get this brief moment of calm. Just one last, quiet conversation about their dreams. Kobe wants to be a great Marine, Luffy wants to be the Pirate King. It's that classic calm before the storm, The last deep breath before everything just explodes into chaos. And bam, just like that, chaos. Luffy just mentions Zoro's name out loud, and the entire restaurant erupts. People aren't just scared, they are in a state of pure, unfiltered terror. Tables are flipping, people are screaming. The name Zoro is basically a curse word in this town, and we're about to see why. So Kobe's thinking, see, I told you he was a monster. But look at this panic. Does this really feel like it's all about one guy tied to a post? Or is it more like the entire town is being held hostage by something or someone way worse? The real demon in Shell's Town might not be the one in chains at all.
Luffy, of course, isn't going to stand around and guess. Nope, he's going straight to the source. It's time to go meet the demon on the cross.
While Kobe is just frozen by fear, Luffy just hops the wall to get a better look. He is completely unfazed by all the warnings. He sees a guy tied to a post. And his first thought isn't demon, it's, I could probably just untie those ropes. It's so simple, so direct. It's just classic Luffy. And then we see this little glimmer of humanity. A little girl, Rika, shows this incredible bravery by offering food to the monster. But Zoro's response? It's brutal. He just snaps at her, tells her to get lost. At first glance, it seems to confirm every rumor. But look closely at his eyes. Is that actual cruelty? Or is he just trying to push her away from a danger he knows is right around the corner? And here comes that danger. This isn't some tough Marine. This is Helmeppo, the whiny, spoiled son of Captain Morgan. And he struts in with this totally unearned authority, and you can just feel the tension in the yard skyrocket.
Helmeppo just snatches the rice balls, takes one bite, and spits them out. Then, with this disgusting sneer, he grinds the little girl's act of kindness right into the dirt. He literally laughs as she cries. In this one pathetic, cruel moment, Oda shows us exactly who the real monster of Shell's Town is. And it is not the guy on the cross.
So, Luffy helps the little girl, and it's from her that we finally learn what really happened. The legend of the demon pirate hunter starts to fall apart, and we get to see the hero that was buried underneath all along. And here it is, the truth. Zoro isn't a criminal at all. He's a hero. He's tied up because he defended this little girl Rika from Helmeppo's out-of-control pet wolf. He stood up to a tyrant to protect an innocent kid, and this corrupt system branded him a demon for it. This is the heart of who he is. So Helmeppo made him a deal. Survive for 1 month, tied to this post, no food, no water, and he'd be set free. It's basically a death sentence disguised as a bargain. But Zoro, a man whose word is everything, he accepted. He is willing to starve to death just to uphold his end of a promise. After hearing the story, Luffy goes back to Zoro. He picks up one of the flattened, dirt-covered rice balls, and Zoro tells him to feed it to him. Even though he's starving, he eats that muddy, sugary rice without a single complaint. This moment right here tells you everything you need to know about his true character. It's an act of respect for that little girl's kindness. And then he says this. After forcing down that disgusting, muddy food, his first thought isn't about his own suffering. It's about the little girl's feelings. Tell her I ate it all. Tell her it was delicious. Yeah, that's not a demon. That is a man of incredible honor and a deeply hidden well of compassion.
For Luffy, that is all the proof he needs. But just as he's putting it all together, Helmeppo shows up again, and the situation takes a very dark turn.
Just as Luffy figures out who Zoro really is, Helmeppo comes back. And he's not there to free him, oh no. He just strolls by, laughing, and casually announces that Zoro is going to be publicly executed in 3 days. The deal was never real. It was all just a twisted game to him.
He even gleefully admits it. That promise was just a joke. I mean, the difference between these two men couldn't be clearer. What is one man's sacred vow is just another man's cruel punchline.
And Luffy has had enough. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't give some big speech. He just walks right up and delivers one of the most satisfying punches in all of early One Piece, sending that little brat flying.
And in that one single moment of righteous anger, Luffy's mind is made up. He's seen the truth. He's seen the honor, the strength, and the hidden kindness behind that demonic reputation. This is his first mate. The legend of the Straw Hat Pirates starts right here, right now.
What an absolutely legendary way to introduce the pirate hunter, Roronoa Zoro. It just perfectly sets the stage for his entire character arc. But what do you guys think? Is this the best character introduction in all of One Piece? Let me know your favorite down in the comments. If you enjoyed this chapter breakdown, go ahead and slash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next deep dive into the Grand Line. Thanks for watching.